My name is Rianet Whitehead, founder of the Insurance Apprentice and editor of FA News. Today I am speaking to Alicia Narainsamy, who has been part of the top 3 in the Insurance Apprentice 2016, year 2 of the competition. Welcome, Alicia.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a while that you've been on that side of the camera, but you have made a quick stint in front of the camera during the past 10 years. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels exhilarating. A trip down memory lane is always good to reflect on where you've been, where you've come from and how far you've come, in the insurance industry. So it's been exhilarating.
I think it would be good to start with, it was year 2, it was brand new.
Yes.
Why did you enter? You from Durban, you saw this competition, and why?
Yeah, so I think the year before, that was the first year, right?
Yes.
And Roxanne won. And I think she broke a lot of glass ceilings when she did that. So when I saw the flyer come through, it's like, do you think you could be the next Insurance Apprentice? And I was like answering in my head, of course I do, of course I do. But obviously, small girl, small town, but does she have a footing in this big insurance world? And I applied because I wanted to change the course and change the narrative of my career. And aptly so, look where I am today, Rianet.
So while we're on the topic, just briefly tell me about that, because I think your story is one of the good ones that comes out of this TIA journey. So
Yeah.
Please share your journey with us.
Let me not get emotional.
You can.
I'll try not to. I think I just need to say that the Insurance Apprentice has impacted so many lives, and mine is a true testament of the benefit and the series and the seasons and just what you bring to the Insurance Apprentice. So I'll be the first to testify alongside that. And yes, as you said, small girl, small town. Following the season, I was then called to land my dream job in Joburg, working for my previous company, and it was phenomenal. I networked, I engaged, it opened up a whirlwind of opportunities. And I think for me, staying close to the Insurance Apprentice and the journey just kept me connected to finding purpose along the journey. Subsequently to that, I know everybody's like, yeah, you moved a lot. And it's true. By virtue of being with the Insurance Apprentice, I was fortunate enough to move into SHA, which is a division of Santam. And my growth accelerated. I, for one, have done my master's, right, in business administration. But that 5 days in the Insurance Apprentice is like a mini MBA, believe it or not.
You're not the first one who says
is
that.
It?
Yeah.
Okay, it really is, because you just take so much of richness and information from that. And obviously my journey with Santam has left me in good standing. I moved from underwriting head to business head to now executive head in a space of 5 years. And it's so amazing when you find your purpose in your passion. And I'm really passionate about what I do. And I think the Insurance Apprentice gave me that platform to allow me to do what I do.
And for me, it's always so good to hear these good stories because I gave you the first opportunity. We as a team gave you the first opportunity. But you took the next steps to accelerate your journey. So well done on an immense career.
And just on that, I always tell people, it's not your ranking, it's not where you land up. You could be top 8, top 7, top 4. It's the network that you build and it's the learnings that you have. And that's just the platform you're right. I took it and I was like, I'm not going to let top 2 second place be my long-term goal. No, I'm going to keep pushing boundaries, and that's what I did.
It's such a good thing to hear because I've had some of the previous winners also here, and in your year you were with Chris Colson and Andre Brooks. Andre Brooks was the winner of the competition that year. And for some reason, we have not announced the second and third place. It's just how the competition evolved. It was it's how we did it. We've learned a lot, but you've only recently heard that you were actually second.
As recent as like a few months ago.
So did you always have that feeling? And how do you feel about that, Alicia?
So for me, I was like, hell yeah, I'm top 2. And I posted it. So Chris, apologies. But the best lady won. But it really just to hear that, and as much as I say, ranking aside, just to hear like, I was the runner-up. Like it was no mean feat, this competition, but landing there in my journey was formidable, and the experience was just incredible. So yes, thank you for if anybody knows Rianet, she doesn't spill. So thank you for keeping that for the better part of 9 years.
I believe I've got the poker face.
Yeah, you do.
and I can keep that secret right up to the end. So you are also involved from a sponsorship point of view, and you really push that, and you've really within the Santam space really took the involvement of Santam to the next level, and it ended up that 2 of the top 3 is with, well, if you can say 3 of the top 4 was in the
Santam affiliates, right?
Santam and affiliates.
Yeah.
So you do believe on the sponsorship side also on the importance
100%.
of this?
I mean, I'm all about inclusion. I'm all about creating opportunities. Being a product of the Insurance Apprentice, I'm all about giving back, right? Back to passion, back to purpose. And I think, the moral of the story is, how do we enable progress? How do we further the Insurance Apprentice in avenues and spaces where it's not heard of, and create those opportunities for the younger people? And because of what you do, I latched onto that energy and excitement of what you do. And because I'm a product of it, I want others to buy into that and really to create a long-standing, sustainable insurance environment where we can look back and say, we've got the best of the best up there. And that's driven from the School of Insurance Apprentice.
Thank you, Alicia. And do know that from a founder perspective, the involvement of the sponsors are absolutely critical to make this what it is today. It's been 10 years, wow.
Amazing.
A quick one, you are a true career woman, but you've got a little person in your life too and a husband. How do you keep that balance?
Yeah, I think, everybody's on their search and mission for finding work-life balance, right? But I think as women, we put so much pressure on ourselves in attaining work-life balance. And that pressure is what makes one crack. I don't think you can say you successfully have it all. There's always areas where you'll come short. But I think in finding peace of where your balance lies is the fundamental truth, and be true to yourself. You don't have to be super mom and super, work phenomenal lady. There's a give and take to each. There's a push and pull to each. But I think what's fundamentally important for me is having a good support structure that supports your goals and vision and allows you to further yourself. And obviously having a great CEO like mine, Gareth Beaver, he really supports the vision and supports me in finding that balance as well.
A quick question.
Yes.
You took part in year 2.
Yes.
The competition accelerated, and the judges looks like, I think for the viewers, a lot more disappointed the whole time. A very short answer. If you had the opportunity to enter next year, would you?
Absolutely. Hands down.
I get a few no's, but it's quite good to hear the yeses.
Well, Rianet, in my case, I worked for Judge Dredd, so...
You know the story. Thank you for your time, Alicia. I really appreciate it. It's always great to catch up with you. This is Rianet Whitehead signing out.